You know that one person who seems to have it all together? Perfect smile, perfect home, perfect life. But the truth is, they're falling apart, just quietly. She smiles in every photo. Her hair, flawless. Her room, spotless. Her voice, calm and controlled. But behind that perfect image is exhaustion. Because perfection looks beautiful until you realize it's just a prettier kind of cage. Perfection isn't just a habit, it's an addiction. You chase it not because you love it, but because you fear what happens if you stop. Every achievement buys you a few seconds of peace, and then the voice returns. You could have done better. They're doing more. You're falling behind. You fix typos in texts that no one would notice. You rewrite emails 10 times before hitting send. You rehearse conversations in your head until they lose their meaning. It's not ambition. It's self-punishment dressed as productivity. And you keep running. Not toward excellence, but away from shame. Perfectionists love control, not because they're confident, but because chaos terrifies them. When your childhood taught you that mistakes mean rejection, you start believing love must be earned. So, you build walls of control. Perfect grades, perfect looks, perfect behavior. But inside, you're just whispering, "Please, don't leave me if I fail." Perfection isn't about being the best. It's about avoiding abandonment. And that's the cruel irony. You spend your life performing for love, when love was never meant to be a performance. Here's the truth no one tells you. Perfection doesn't make people love you. It makes them admire you from a distance. Because perfection is intimidating. It creates admiration, not connection. People don't feel safe around perfection. They feel small. And the tragedy is, you built perfection to be loved, but it only made you lonely. There's a voice perfectionists never escape. It sounds calm, logical, even helpful, but it's poison wrapped in discipline. You have to earn rest. You can't make mistakes. You're only worthy when you're useful. That voice doesn't come from nowhere. It's the echo of someone you once tried to please. A parent, a teacher, society, or maybe your younger self, who thought being perfect would finally make the pain stop. Be honest. How many times have you redone something just because it wasn't perfect enough? Common yes. If you've ever destroyed your peace, trying to look flawless. Because perfection isn't a standard. It's a symptom. One day, it hits you. You've spent years polishing yourself like glass, only to realize you've become see-through. There's no you left, just expectations, routines, and the fear of falling apart. You look at others and think, they're free. But freedom terrifies you, because you've lived so long inside the cage of control. You've forgotten who you are without it. Perfection is not the pursuit of excellence. It's the avoidance of vulnerability, because vulnerability feels unsafe, messy, unpredictable, real. But here's the paradox. You can't truly connect with anyone until you allow yourself to be seen, flaws and all. The crack in your armor, is where love enters. Perfectionism is rooted in shame. The fear that deep down you're not enough unless you earn it. It's a survival mechanism that worked once, but as an adult, it becomes a cage. Because you can't heal while you're hiding, and you can't love while you're pretending. And soon, you realize you've become the guard of your own prison. If you've ever felt trapped by your own standards, take a breath. Perfection was never the goal. Peace was. Healing begins the moment you stop performing for approval and start living for peace. You'll lose some people, those who only valued your perfection. But you'll find yourself, and that trait is everything. In ancient philosophy, the word perfect comes from perphais, to finish. To be perfect means to be complete. But how can you be complete if you keep cutting away the parts of yourself that are human? Flaws don't ruin beauty. They reveal it. Maybe the goal was never to become flawless, but to become whole. The Stoics said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." But mastery doesn't mean control. It means acceptance. You don't become powerful by being perfect. You become powerful by being real. Perfection seeks approval. Authenticity creates peace, and peace is the ultimate power. So, maybe you don't need to fix yourself. Maybe you just need to forgive yourself for not being perfect, because you were never meant to be flawless. You were meant to be free. Perfection is the cage. Freedom is the crack.